Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas with the Rude Man. And we were at this Air Force base here, or Fort McCarran, whatever it is. And we're looking for a doctor. We need a doctor. Never a doctor around when you need one. So let's go back in McCarran and see if we can find this doctor. The Crimson Caravan sent us here to deliver a message. So let's head down this way. I think I came down here before, but I don't remember coming around this corner.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Angela Williams.
A little busy at the moment, but I can talk.
Okay. So what is this place?
This? The Lsi Lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think.
Ew.
Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
Well, I'm sure somebody said that, but that's okay. Are you a scientist?
I know I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. That's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
So Hildon, he's the guy I'm looking for. So what's your role here?
Head researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
So you're flexible then, huh? Need any help with anything?
You mean give you work? No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Mercenaries. For what for, do you know?
I can't say. We're not supposed to talk about the research. Not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you.
All right. Well, thanks.
Nice to meet you. If you need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
See, you weren't that busy after all. Had plenty of time to chat. Hello?
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
No. Actually, I have an invoice for you from Alice McClafferty.
From Alice? I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice?
Well, you did mention something about Vault 22.
Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin?
Well, how about the beginning?
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Well, I'd say so.
A realist. We have that in common. A year ago, I'd have said the same. But what if I was to tell you that the wasteland can yield an endless bounty, and that the secret may lie a mere few miles from where we stand? We need only reach out and take it, and for that, I need you.
All right, so tell me more.
Good. I thought I sensed the kindred soul in you, beneath the wasteland veneer. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Well, it does sound interesting, only because I like to go through those old vaults. All right.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pipboy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Anything else I need to know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pipboy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
No, but you sure put me in my place, didn't you? I have other questions.
Oh? What might those be?
Well, I guess I don't. Because I don't really care what OSI is, but, well, okay.
The Office of Science and Industry. It's a rather expansive topic. I could talk for hours, but I'm sure I'd bore you. Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. Our work focuses on practical matters: medicine, engineering, biology. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply to our cities in the West. That's only one responsibility of this office.
Okay, well, that's all I need to know for now.
Yes. Goodbye.
Alright, guys, let's get out of here. This place is kind of boring.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Well, kind of. He asked me to get some data from Vault 22.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name?
Nope.
Or any of the other mercs?
Nope. He, didn't mention anyone else.
But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Alright, I'll look for her. I'm going there anyway.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Got some questions on now.
Of course. Anything.
What can you tell me about Keeley?
Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them?
Must be a ghoul. How do Kelly and Hildern get along?
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually.
So he probably is an ass, really. So, let's see. What do you think of Hildern?
The director? He's very well-spoken and knowledgeable.
Okay. So, yeah, he seemed focused on results, not very good with people.
He's not what you'd call warm, unless he wants something from you. And even then, it's kind of a cold warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him. He doesn't get mixed up in any actual work, though he tells people that he does.
Interesting. So he takes credit for your work, huh?
He sure does. Everyone knows it. I've just got to endure this job until the project is finished. But abandoning Keeley, he crossed a line. Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another. If Hildren tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab.
Alright, well, gave me more information. Thanks a lot.
Right. Stay safe.
Even the stupid NCR is investing in new research. We're getting left in the dust.
Yeah. Well, you got a leader that just sits in there and keeps everybody locked up. Alright, let's go. Where's Boone? Oh, there he is. So, I believe we need to go back and talk to... What's her name? McCaffrey? I always get her name wrong. Where's my truck? Did I not bring the truck? Great. We have to walk. Alright. Let's get going. I'll see you there. Alright, everybody in the back. Okay. Everybody in? Guess so. Alright. Excuse me, Boone. So, let's go home first. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Looks like nice weather today. I still need to get to Doc and get those implants done, or somebody, and get those implants done. I have 3 implants. I just haven't decided which one to use. Alright. So, we've been out and about. We got some things. We run over here to the desk. Click on that thing right there. Process inventory. Bob's your uncle. Is done. That was it. Okay, so, Veronica.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth. No real presence on the outside.
Okay.
We just don't adapt like we should.
True
It
that.
used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Well, they're still effective, but they're living in the past. Eventually, they're going to have to change.
I think you're right. We're getting desperate. Hardly enough people to sustain ourselves as a chapter. They'll see the light, sooner or later. But I get the feeling if I don't take matters into my own hands, the change won't come in time to make a difference.
All right, so...
Why does everyone always say that?
Well, it just is. I just think we should right now. Or, on second thought, I'll just
What
have you...
is this, the hokey pokey?
Yeah, yeah, I changed my mind. Just wait here.
Should have brought something to read.
There you go. All right, the rest of you can come with me. Back to the truck. We're going to go to Crimson Caravan, and then we're going to go talk to Cass again, because now that we've got some jobs with the Crimson Caravan, we may be able to do some things with Cass. I kind of liked Cass. She's kind of fiery and irreverent. I think we'll get along well. So, where are we headed? Crimson Caravan. There we go. Okay, where'd Boone go? God, you guys just kind of come and go. Now, I better be outside. I don't know. Did I leave him in Good Springs? There he is. Would you ride on the outside? On that thingy? Oh, look, I've discovered my truck. What? What? What's that all about? Okay, now I think it was this building clear on the end here that Ringo's standing in front of. Okay, hello there.
Welcome back.
So, I got the invoice.
Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
So, you got any work, other work available?
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths.
Okay. Let's see here. What's the gunrunner job about?
The quality of the gunrunner's armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped.
Okay, tell me about negotiation.
There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave outpost.
I've already talked to her, actually. How about this Henry Jameson?
The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Was there something else?
No, that's pretty much got it.
It's been a pleasure.
All right, so we have 3 jobs to do for... Oh, that scared the snot out of me. So we've got 3 jobs to do for the Crimson Caravan. First of all, we're going to go and talk to Cass, see if we can buy her out. And the trusty old truck's here. Didn't tell us we found it again. Okay, we're going to the Mojave Outpost. Okay guys, here we go. As a matter of fact, why don't you guys stay here?
I'll sit
Why
tight.
do I have to miss all the fun?
No sense crowding in on the bar.
Evening.
Let's see, in here, I guess. All right, Cass. Don't get mad at me.
You come around like a bad habit.
Yeah, I know.
What's on your mind?
Oh, a little bit of everything. Crimson Caravan sent me. They want to buy out your caravan.
They want to buy Cassidy caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno.
Wow. You must not be willing to sell. So, what happened to the caravan?
Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell.
Huh. So even if you have nothing, you won't sell. Why not? Why won't you sell?
If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually,
Probably.
you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine.
Okay, well, I've got the offer right here. It's pretty fair.
Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything.
Are you sure?
Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right, trading history for a slip of paper.
All right, well, let's see. This outpost is the last place you want to be trapped in. If you made the caravan, you're responsible for killing it. No, that's kind of nasty. Yeah, this outpost is the last place you want to be trapped.
That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name.
Yeah, it gets kind of heavy, huh? What are you gonna do now?
No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing.
Well, you could come with me.
Go with you? And why the hell would I do that?
Do you really want to stay in this shithole? Stay here, you know exactly what's going to happen day in and day out. Why not? I could use someone who knows the roads. She's going to respond more to this, because she's kind of vulgar. Do you really want to stay in this shithole?
The outpost lost its charm about 3 bottles ago, and that was just this morning. Walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than here, that's for sure. All right, I'm in.
All right. Cass has given us the Whiskey Rose perk.
Careful if we go off the road.
Okay, let's see. That would be stealing. All right, so let's chat. Where did all these guys
now
come
that I'm
from?
free of the outpost, was wondering if you'd mind making a detour. I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy caravans. Check out the site where they died.
Okay. The where was your caravan?
Upside of Vegas, here tell. Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now.
How'd you catch word of it?
Got word back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it.
Think there's anything left?
Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much.
Well, let's go then.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Not a
Some of
problem.
the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there with you, shouldn't be hard to spot. And I'd prefer to see the bodies with my own eyes.
I had other questions.
Ask them then.
Okay. Wow. I guess I got a lot of questions. Where'd you get the... no, wait, yeah. Whiskey, your drink of choice?
Not sure if I chose it or it chose me. Dad ran a bar a long time ago and it was a labor of love, Mom said. Didn't sound like it made her happy. Still, I'm guessing I got some of Dad's love of whiskey in me because the burn suits me fine. Used to call me Whiskey Rose back west, before I punched enough people, so now they say it. But quiet, and when I'm not around.
Whiskey Rose.
Yeah, on account of my name. And the blossoms on my cheeks when I drink too much. Won most of those fights, too. Can take a hell of a punch and give it right back when I've got a bottle in me. It's all in how you drink it, though. There's a trick to it. When we pass the bottle, I'll show you how it's done.
Okay. Where do you usually go to drink?
There's usually a bar in every stop along the road. Helps me sleep. Well, not really, but I tell myself that. Sometimes I have to brew it myself if I'm too far from a bar. Not quality, but I'm for anything that takes the edge off the day.
Wait. You can make moonshine?
Yeah. What else you gonna do with an empty bottle? Wait for it to refill itself? Get me some ingredients out of the Mojave, an empty bottle, a little time, and I'll keep us stocked.
Well, now there's a reason to keep those empty whiskey bottles. I haven't been picking them up. So maize, 2 fruits, multi-fruits, yeast, and a fission battery. Next time, maybe.
All right, then. Why the hell we wandering so much, anyway? Nothing against the Mojave, except the dust, heat, and scorpions, but...
Well, looking for a man that shot me.
A man who shot you.
Yep. Twice. In the head.
And you got better.
I did. A doctor helped me patch up.
2 shots in the head without an auto doc is a lot of patching. Hope you thanked him properly.
Yeah.
Who's this snake that put bullets in your head?
Well...
Did he have cause, or...?
No, he robbed me. He wanted something I was carrying.
So he robbed you? Robbing a courier's low. And any family or group he's with is gonna get a black eye for it. Caravan code of the wastes is you don't fuck with the one who brings you your mail. And you don't fuck with your supply line. Hope this shithead knows what he's in for. From both of us. What's his name?
Well, his name's Benny, and he wore a checkered suit.
Can't say I've heard the name. Or heard about any man dressed like a seat cover. Still, Suit means money, and suits stand out, especially here in the Mojave. One of the larger towns, or Vegas, might be the place to go. Don't you worry, though. We'll sort this asshole out. Rattle his cage a little.
All right, she's on my side.
Ask him, then.
You any good in a fight? I would imagine she is. All right. Any thoughts on the Legion?
The Legion? What about them? I don't trade caps or supply anyone who keeps slaves and treats women like Brahmin in those camps of theirs.
All right, just asking.
Look, not meaning to fly off the handle like that. There's some caravans that deal with the Legion, yes. And as much as it pains me to say it, any caravan marked by the Legion is safe as houses. They guard their roads, their supply lines. Even fiends would hesitate before going after any trader dealing with Legion.
Yeah, I understand.
I am. If NCR took the same stand and committed patrols to the roads, then I'd think that'd solve a lot of their problems right there. But they don't. Caravans get butchered in the Mojave all the time, like mine. And so fucking close to Vegas you could see it from the wall.
Okay, so, well, there must be good parts to the Republic. NCR sounds like it has a lot to answer for.
NCR tries. It's just that trying doesn't mean a whole lot when you're paying your respects to the dead. And Legion, from what I've heard, they don't do the stop tolls on the roads or in the outposts like some NCR quartermasters do. You're lucky if you turn a profit sometimes. If some new officer gets assigned a route, the fees just get worse.
Any other differences between the Legion and the NCR?
Much as I hate the Legion, caravan life would be a hell of a lot easier if they ran the roads. Well, as long as those companies were run by men. And that's the biggest issue I see. And it's a shame. But I think there's people on the NCR side who feel more strongly than I do.
What do you mean?
Some caravans deal with the Legion now because the security. If towns could get the same protection, a lot more tempting than you'd think. A bunch of people would be willing to side with the Legion to not have to worry about fiends and boomers and powder ganger attacks. It's not hard for some folks to sell freedom when the alternative is worse. Especially if being with NCR is going to get you on a Legion cross.
Okay.
All right, then.
Oh, one more question.
We find this friend Benny of yours? Looking forward to rattling his cage.
Yeah, you and me.
Ask him, then.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the pendant.
Gift from my dad, along with my name. Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Mom said he got the name out of some old world book about dirt pilgrims. Name sure sounds sweet, though. Anyway, pendant's a little rose. Originally thought it was one of Mom's tribal necklaces, but no. Came from Dad.
Your mother was tribal?
You know, like one of the tribes from the east. We got 'em out west, too. NCR's herding them up, though, domesticating them. Mom was from east of the Colorado, though. Not sure what tribe. Was before the time Caesar rounded them up, made them Legion. She walked a hell of a way until she crossed paths with my dad, and he convinced her to stop walking. And lucky for me, he was a horny old bastard.
It's one way to put it.
Didn't ask Mom to elaborate. Never heard her complain about his bedroom behavior. Only complain he wasn't around to do it no more.
Tell me about your dad.
Not much to tell. He ended up walking east one day when I was young and never came back. Not a family deserter like some, though. Mom died waiting for him, and she had me to raise. She was sick, but she held off dying until I was old enough to be getting into trouble with the boys. As for Dad, I figure he just got himself lost or dead. Happens. And I'm not all boo-hoo about it, so save your glass for someone who's crying.
Any idea why you went east?
Not a clue. When he left, I was too in my crib to understand why, and around the time Mom passed, I was too into my teens to listen. Got his name, got this pendant, and that's about it.
Where'd you learn to shoot?
Short of caps is what taught me mostly. Ammo's expensive, so I learned to make every shot count. And hear tell my dad was a crack shot, so I don't want to dirty the family name. Not out of pride. Respect.
Okay, how about the dynamite?
Dynamite's for when you don't have enough bullets, want to clear a pass, or scare off geckos from a caravan. Some of Twister's out of the Divide can block off a pass in no time, so you learn how to handle powder so you don't get trapped somewhere. Any event, I prefer shooting if it comes down to an argument. Don't worry, I'll carry my weight if a disagreement arises.
Any other weapons you know how to use?
What, you mean like spears? No, none of that. Mom was a tribal, but she didn't teach me anything like that.
Okay. All right, let's go.
All right, then.
Wow, that took a while. Hi, guys.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Must be shift change or something here. What's up here? Oh, a sunroof. Ranger Ghost.
You a courier? If so, this might be your lucky day. If you don't mind walking a bit. And your eyes are good.
Depends on the work.
I think there's trouble in Nipton. No traffic from there on the roads. And while I can explain that away, the smoke from the town I can't. I'm sure it's been hit. What I need to know is if they survived it. Might be powder gangers with all that smoke in the air.
No,
If there's
it was
anybody
Legion.
left, they'd be in the Nipton Town Hall. Go there. Check it out. Let me know what you find.
Already been there. Nipton was attacked by the Legion.
Legion this far west? You're fucking kidding me.
No, I'm fucking
That's not
not.
outside the border. They're moving in, and fast. Nipton wasn't the most friendly town, but... Alright, thanks for checking on that. Wish it set my mind at ease. Now I'm more on edge than ever.
Did you have friends there?
In Nipton? Hell no. Town was a shithole, asking to be burned. Just not by Legion. Nobody deserves that. Well, thanks for hoofing it there and back, even if it was bad news. Wish we could spare the troops to go hunting, but orders are to stay put. Fucking Mojave's going to hell, and all I can do is sit here and watch.
So I got NCR fame. Well, that was an easy one since I've already been there and done that. Hey, Cass. Ooh, empty whiskey bottle. Now I know I can keep them. Any more up here? Must be the place to come and drink. Alright, let's get down.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one for you. There's an
Okay.
NCR emergency two-way radio. You call, and we'll come running. You're not alone out here. The NCR has your back. Stay safe and good hunting.
Well, that's cool. Thank you. And you had bad stuff to say about NCR.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay, where's the truck? Alright, we got stuff to do, so... Let's take a look at the journal. Heart baked by the number. Pay respects to Cass. Depend on me. Alright, we got 3 things to do for... now owns Cassie. Oh, I haven't told her that we bought Cass out. Okay. Yeah, let's go do that first, and then we'll take a break and carry on. We still got a finger to find here someplace. Yeah. Gotta kill Tommy. Alright, so we're heading back to Crimson Caravan. Well, that's where the gun runners are too, so that's handy. All right, here we are. I don't know if Cass should go in there with me or not. Okay, Cass. Wait here.
Something to say to me other than guns, distance, and stimming?
Yeah. So I don't have any way. Okay. Nope. Let's move on.
Sounds good to me.
I don't know if you want to go in here, though.
I'll hold up here. Don't be long.
No, ma'am. I won't.
The Lafferty's been riding asses again. Better lay low.
You guys would probably get pretty used to the ass riding by now, aren't you? I mean, you walk like you've been ridden a few times, put away wet. Hey, Alice.
Welcome back.
Well, good news. Cassidy Caravans has been bought out, now part of the Crimson Caravan.
Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions.
Okay, so you have to find someone else? Nope. I need to be reminded? Nope. All right.
It's been a pleasure.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay, so let's see. Since we're already pretty much here, let's go back to the truck. And I think Gunrunners is real close. And if I'm not mistaken, there was... see the map here. There was a place marked on my map that I told the gal that I was going to, where was that? That was Fort McCarran, wasn't it? There was a soldier at Fort McCarran that lost her husband. Yeah, and I told her that we would go and check. Is that it there? Yeah, so we'll have to try to take care of that too, because we told her that we would collect her husband's body and bring it back. I don't want to forget about that because it's not in the journal. They just marked it on my map. All right, Cass, my girl.
Let's roll out then.
Okay, guys, we're camping out.
Yeah. Still got your back.
So, you guys take it easy, and we will... What happened to the bed? Wait a minute, I had these beds set out, didn't I? Alright, there you go. Okay, so we're going to take a nap, and when we get up, we'll go take care of the gun runners, or maybe we'll go find that that ranger's body.